Finally, we got some volatility back. What is going on, traders? We guys crushed it today. In today's video, I am going to be going over the trades the Daily Sniper Discord ended up taking, as well as preparing you guys to trade the best setups at the best prices. Let's get into today's video. So I ended up going 4 for 5 on the day, guys. These are the trades I ended up getting into. So I ended up buying calls. As soon as we broke out of 570 and hit my bottom key level at 568.58, I ended up alerting and getting into calls at the exact low here. I sold the move. As soon as I sold this move, guys, I re-entered puts and brought 570 puts deep in the freaking money. And I didn't stop there. You see where I ended up buying calls here? Because this was at my support level. I bought calls, right? We broke through this level. This is the 5-minute time frame. So previous support, we broke through. We're waiting for the retest, Oh, we got the retest. I'm anticipating the previous support to turn into a resistance level. So as soon as we broke beneath this level, I'm patiently waiting. Oh, 568 puts. Took these deep in the freaking money. I ended up as well as taking 3 trades here. It's considered one trade because I was scalping, guys, but this was heavy resistance. You see this red line? This is the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. If you click the 30-minute time frame as well, we were at the 30-minute 200 EMA. If you don't know what this is, add this to your chart. The 200 EMA for SPY is a free money line. I call it the free money line, okay? When we come down to it, it's immediate bounces, come down to it, immediate bounces. Once we break for it, it's going to retest because it is a magnet. That's why I ended up getting puts here, right? So that was the day today. Now, what is the game plan moving forward into tomorrow? This is what I teach. This is what I tell all my students, okay? Forexfactory.com. The first thing we want to be doing is knowing if anything, any news is going to shake the markets. If I'm entering a trade, is there news being released, right? This is a free website, forexfactory.com. Now, let's look to Wednesday, October 2nd, which is tomorrow. So we have at 8:15 a.m. Eastern time, we have a red folder, right? The employment change, non-farm employment change, right? Looking down, yellow folders don't really move the market. It's usually orange and red. Red moves it the most. Orange moves it a little bit. And yellow pretty much doesn't even move the market, okay? So now we have an orange folder, which could move the market in a big way. Crude oil inventories. Now, Thursday and Friday are the big days, the big volatility days I'm going to show you right now. So we have at 8:30 a.m. on Thursday, an hour before market open, we have unemployment claims, right? Then at 10 a.m., we have ISM services PMI data, right? A red folder, it's going to move the market. Now let's go to Friday. We have average hourly earnings month to month. We have unemployment rate. This is going to move the market. So we have high volatility moving into Thursday and Friday. But we are on Wednesday. We are trading for Wednesday, but we have big data coming in Thursday and Friday, which usually means it's not going to be that much, that volatile, okay? Any big move direction to the up or downside, we're usually going to end in the net neutral range. So the best levels to be trading at, just know, don't be in any trade at 10:30. No, there's news coming, okay? That's all I want to tell you guys. So now, looking at today's chart, I'm going to add the previous closing price. 568.62 is what Webull is currently showing. Let's make it a dotted line, make it a little bit bigger and some red. Okay, so we have the previous closing price right here. There you go. So if you look at the previous closing price, it ends up being at a massive level that we were buying calls at. And why were we buying calls here? Because on Monday, we broke through this level, immediate bounce, right? So this is where we are currently trading at. There is a lot of war news happening. The market's going to be extremely volatile. Make sure that you are buying the best level possible and selling the move immediately, especially going against the trend. Let's zoom out here, right? Let's look at the past 5 or 7 days. What levels do you see that's being respected the most, right? I'm seeing one big level is going to be 568.25, right? Previous support, previous resistance, resistance, resistance. Support, 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 support. We technically use that as support, right? Resistance level. So 568.25 is a massive level to be watching at. Currently, SPY is selling off in the after hours. So what levels are we looking at? If we end up gapping beneath this level, right? In the 566, 565 level, the best level for puts is going to be 568.58. SPY has a gap to fill in the 560s. You need to be paying close attention to this. So the previous low of day for Monday was acting as a resistance in the morning. We held it support. We ran up. We reject it, downside. Reject it, downside. Hold it as support, upside, right? 568.25 is going to be the make or break level. If we end up gapping above this level in the 569, 570, the best level for calls is going to be 568.25. We gap in between the 566 range, we are going to be hitting puts at 568.25. That is going to be a wicked level to short or at least be watching. So 568.25 can either be a massive support or massive rejection level. You need to keep this in mind. Now, let's go to the daily time frame. What are we looking at, right? So we have a bearish daily engulfing candle on the daily time frame right now, right? But we are at support. We're at support right now, right? Look how many wicks that we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 days of chilling at this level in the 568.50s, right? So it's technically a support until what? Proven otherwise. If we end up rejecting 568.58, or what level did I give you? Sorry, 568.25. Where's SPY going to, right? So let's look at the previous all-time highs, the previous double top. 563.62, right? We've never retested this level. Since we gapped up on September 19th, we haven't even retested the previous resistance on the daily time frame. So I am bearish with confirmation to the previous all-time highs, the previous double top, right? And I think that's fair. I'm not saying a market crash. I'm not saying SPY is going to X, Y, and Z, but let's be real. It's going to retest previous resistance to make it a support and a floor to go to 600. In my opinion, we end up rejecting 563. There's massive downside potential. Something I want you to pay attention to that I was watching on the weekly time frame. This green line, light green line, this is the 50 moving average, right? This is the weekly time frame, guys. You see when SPY touches it? Now just follow it back. SPY loves the 50 moving average, right? We always come down to it after extreme volatility, like right here, right? We come back to, we were hugging it. As soon as we ripped above it, we haven't came back down to it. And then we had a big sell-off, right? I'm looking at the exact same thing. Look at this bounce and look at this bounce, okay? SPY can potentially sell off to the low 500s again, like technically, and still be bullish on the macro, the weekly time frame, right? The weekly time frame is not bearish. We have not had to break a structure yet. We need to be paying attention, especially when you're swing trading. You want to be watching the daily candles, the daily chart, the weekly charts, the monthly charts, right? You want the bigger picture. Where can we get pulled down to? Where can we get pulled up to, right? So there's a lot of downside when it comes to the weekly time frame. Like just the 9 EMA, just testing it as a support is at 559, right? 10 points away right now. So you need to keep this in mind. You need to be watching the higher time frame. So anyways, back to what I was saying. The game plan for tomorrow, the best level to be shorting at is the previous resistance of 571. This is the break of structure. If you see a 5-minute candle close above 571, we are going to fill the gap at 573. This is going to be a free money, a free 2-point play, almost a 3-point play. Once you see 571 act as a support, it's going to get pulled up, pushed up, whatever you want, to fill yesterday's previous closing price at 573.76. Now, to the downside, right? So we already know a levels that we're hugging. 568.25, big bounce level, to just say 570, right? This big pocket, almost a 2-point pocket, right? Now, we have heavy resistance and support at 566.50. We have heavy previous resistance that have yet to be tested at 565. We have heavy resistance and support at 563 all the way down to 561.50s, right? So there's a lot of downside. Copy my levels, guys. Use them as you do. These are the levels I'm trading. I don't know how volatile tomorrow is going to be, but we have the levels, right? We gap above PCP, come back down to it, 8. I think we'll break. We won't pause at it. We're either going to, if we're coming down to it, we're going to hit 568.25. And if we're coming up to it, we may even overextend to 570, potentially 569, 60s level. And that's where I plan on hitting puts at. It's that easy, guys. Don't overcomplicate trading. I didn't follow my rules first thing in the morning. I lost money. I followed my rules, made money. Follow my rules, made money, right? This is what we do, and this is what we teach. We've been crushing it day in and day out at the Daily Sniper. If you want to bring your trading to the next level, the Daily Sniper has a 50% off deal happening right now. And Sniper University, use code MONEY, MONEY at checkout. Save yourself 50%, guys. 100% money back guaranteed if you're not satisfied. That's how much we back our program up. We are live streaming and live trading all morning. 20 minutes before market open until 10:30, 11 o'clock, guys. And that's usually when we're done for the day. We don't need to set up computers all day. We teach you how to trade the best setups at the best prices, which contracts to buy, and how to feed your family for the rest of your life. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, guys.